How are you guys? You guys are in Florida right now, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
we're
are.
in Tampa.
Are you okay? It has to be so hot. I'm in Ohio right now and it's hot. So are you guys good?
Just rained, so it cooled the temperature down a little bit, but it's so humid that we're kind of you stick to everything.
Yeah, you kind of get used to it at this point in the tour, though. You're just sweaty on stage, sweaty at the meet and greets. You're sweaty, part of the job.
Just the big time rush sweaty forever tour at this point.
Exactly.
Honestly.
Forever sweaty.
Not just for us, but for the crowd too. I mean, the crowd is standing the entire show and dancing and jumping up and down. So it's a
It's
full
good cardio.
fest.
If you guys want to get in a workout, come to Big Time Rush.
You know, all the Floridians, I think, are they're used to this, so it's going to be a great show tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what is it like? You're back, you're touring. It's been almost a decade and you're back. You kind of been doing shows now back together for a little while. How has it been going?
Well, this tour has only been a month. Feels like a decade short, but it's been about a month. It's going very well. How's it?
That was it.
That was it.
Should let somebody else take it.
Yeah,
Clearly,
clearly,
let someone else take it.
clearly the tour is going very well.
No, we're having a great time. It is like James was saying. Time. There's no time here. You kind of don't know. They all run together, but each show almost kind of tops the last show before, and they just get better and better.
Feels like being in Narnia.
Feels like no time has passed in many ways. It would be a more concise way of saying
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually got to see you guys in Cleveland, Cuyahoga Falls, whatever you want to say, and the energy in that room was like insane. I totally didn't know what to expect. Like I've seen you guys before, but it's been, 7 years or however long, and it was insane. I mean, people are so excited to see you guys. So, I mean, what is it like? Is the energy that high every single night from these crowds?
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. I mean, it's been pretty wild. I think for us, just it's been such a blessing to come out, and all of our shows are now selling out all around the country, and it's just so cool to see everybody come back together for a really epic concert. And I really feel like we put on one heck of a show, and people who saw us 10 years ago come back and they're just like they were better than we were before, and that's the best compliment that we could ask for.
And for people, that maybe haven't seen you before, if they've seen you and it's been a while, what can fans kind of expect if they're coming out? What's the same? What might be a little bit different?
Well, you said the energy in there was insane. I mean, that's like, you can expect it to be high energy for sure. We don't put on a boring show just because we like to have a good time. You'll expect some banter, us chatting with each other,
Big old light
chatting
show.
with the crowd. Crazy light show. It looks like a spaceship. So
one of the biggest things also is the music. Although they've heard these songs for years, a lot of them are, if not most of them, are reproduced, and so they're hearing a different side to our music, and we're playing a lot of new songs. So in these next stops, there's new songs being released on the DSPs, and so while we're kind of going through the tour, people are getting new music, and of course all the old classics.
That's one thing I noticed when I got out of the show. I was like, oh my God, that set list was amazing. Like, I've been to a lot of shows this year, and this was like, it's a long set list. It kind of jumps all over older stuff, new stuff, some like more deep cuts that were just part of the show. How did you guys even begin to put this together? I mean, you guys just have so much material at this point.
Well, very good question.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for noticing that. It's a very long show.
We're feeling it.
It's like 83 songs
we
tonight.
we definitely got together, and we didn't want to cheat the fans out. So for us, like hitting that 2-hour mark was a big deal, and I really feel like people get their money's worth. I mean, it's a lot, and if you love the show, you'll love the concert. If you loved our music, you'll love the concert. So there's a little bit for everybody. We did 2 shows in the winter, and that was kind of a really good test for us to see which songs like really played well, which ones that the fans actually really like interacted with, and then we got to kind of spend the next 4 to 6 months just making it even better and better. And I think our pacing is great.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm definitely at the end of the show, I don't feel like we did a 2-hour show. I'm like, wait, that's it? That's 2 hours? Oh, okay, great.
Which is a huge pivot from the December shows.
Yes.
We only had a couple weeks to put them on, and we like to give our all with everything we do. And it was like just constant, like, hey, upbeat. And we had choreography and everything.
We were dying.
By the end of the show, we were like gasping for air. So it was a great, as Carlos said,
way for us to start and build off of and realize what we want to pull back on, what we want to add more of, just gauging on our reactions and the crowd reactions.
And by the way, rehearsal is a different thing from the show. So you can try this pacing that you in your mind think is going to work, but until you get out there, you don't know. And we got really lucky. I mean, with all the hard work we put into it, that the show ended up being exactly as we had planned. You know, even better.
Well, the rehearsals were difficult, but now we've gotten into a nice groove.
Yeah.
And so 2 hours goes by.
I think you guys honestly could have played for like 6 hours and no one in the crowd. But
Full-blown Prince set one day.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe. We're racking up the catalog. We could probably do it. Let's close to it.
Play Boyfriend like 8 times.
forever encores, we'll be fine with it.
What they want.
Yes.
One thing I noticed that was really unique, and I don't know if I'm just crazy or if this was on purpose, but Love Me Again, the lyric changed in that song, and I'm like, did I hear that?
Which night did you see?
that's the most important thing. We like to, make it new for all the fans.
Look,
So
there was an original version, and then there was a release version. We always prefer the original version. So a lot of our fans not only asked us to play that song, but then said there was a released YouTube video a long time ago that had those lyrics in it. So again, just thinking fan forward and fan first here. I'm like, what do they want to see? Let's give them that. Even thinking about Paralyzed and Stuck, those are unreleased songs, but we know they love them. And we'd never played Paralyzed live before. So to us, it's exciting just looking at the reactions. People may have seen us before, but they've never seen these songs because we never did them. It's fresh and it's exciting.
I think those songs hit the hardest.
They really do.
Especially when we go to the audience. Like Paralyzed is such a fun moment to be there with the fans.
Yeah, I know you guys used to always, go out into the crowd and get closer to the fans during your shows. How did you guys, make the decision to keep doing that on this tour?
I mean, I feel like that's always been a big time rush thing since back in the day. We always went into the audience. We always tried to have that like fan interaction. And I know that definitely going into the summer with all the COVID stuff, we didn't know what was going to be possible, but it was really important to us to make it happen. So when we kind of got that green light that, hey, let's just go ahead and do it, it was a really big moment for us because those what, it's like 5 minutes in the audience, 5-6 minutes, like
right. When we try to go back to the lawn, people that may have had the worst seats in the house are going to be actually holding hands and dancing and singing with us. So yeah, it is really important to us and it's a lot of fun.
I know you've been, you've thrown some of these new songs into the set list. New music keeps coming out. What is the approach to that now that you guys have had your own solo projects during the hiatus time? How did it change your approach to this new music?
I think I can speak for myself with my own solo project. I think when I started, that was operating in a different way, where when we first got started, we were selling CDs. So our biggest album sold 750,000 CDs. So for us, a release was a big deal, and everything that went around it. I think now, after our own careers and things evolving and changing, I think we realized if we have a song, we like it, put it out. Rather than trying to do some giant thing, we're just kind of saying, you know what, we like these songs, they're fresh, put them out, and then we'll see what people love, and then we'll put together an album.
And our musical tastes have changed and they've grown and evolved over the years, and I think that's what makes it special, is that we've always been a band that kind of have a very diverse catalog. And I think now we just play off each other's strengths and want to continue to do that. So like Kendall said, more music, more tours. We're going to be doing this forever.
Yeah, forever. Hence the Forever Tour.
Good to know. That makes a lot of sense now when you think about it. So obviously you guys, your lives have completely changed since, the last time you've done this. You have wives and girlfriends and fiancés. Congratulations to Kendall. So how does that make things different now? I mean, how does touring go?
I mean, I have my own bus for my family, so I have all the kids here. Definitely is a lot of work, but I couldn't leave them for 2 months. So for me, it's less time hanging out with these guys and more time changing diapers, but it's a lot of fun.
We still hang out a lot.
But it's still a lot of time together.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, and then, flip side than when we were doing this before, there's just a lot fewer distractions outside of work. And all of us are a little bit older, dare I say, slightly, barely, slightly more mature. But hey, it does make it a little easier to focus on a business and come together and be calmer about things, a little less emotional about things.
our girlfriends, our families, they come and visit us, and so it's nice to have a little piece of home when you're on the road.
You know, even if we tried, I'm not sure we could keep up with the old lifestyle that we had when we were on tour. I mean, it's much more, we're not that we weren't focused then, but we're very focused on putting on a great show. And so everyone's getting massages and IV drips and eating the best food. And
There's
getting
very
lots
little
of sleep
time
and
off.
all this
To
kind
be
of
We
honest.
care a lot more about recovery in our 30s than we did in our
In
20s.
between
Yeah.
sound check and then meet and greets and all that, there's very little time to do anything else. So we're really focused on everybody here and focused on the band.
That's the true life of a rock star, is like getting an IV drip, a massage, you
Oh,
know.
for sure.
You know?
Yeah.
What is like a day in the life of you guys on tour? I mean, I'm sure your days are planned out like down to the minute, but what does a typical day look like for you guys?
I mean, you know, I personally thought that I'd have more free time on tour, but my wife did Broadway back in the day, and she said her whole day was getting ready for the show that night, and that's kind of our life now. You know, we have to wake up, gotta make sure that our voices are rested, that our bodies are feeling good. We gotta stretch. We go to the gym. We gotta eat good food, and by the time all that happens, it's time to do a sound check, and then after sound check, eat lunch, and then it's meet and greet, and then meet and greet happens, and you gotta stretch and do the show. So
After the show, it's 11
Yeah.
o'clock, and then you take a shower. It's 12.
and
It's
you,
time to go
and
to
you
sleep.
So it's kind of like the whole day you're just prepping your body to play that 2-hour show.
And mentally too, you know, if there is free time, we usually spend it trying to relax or chill or just take a second because the day is so packed. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, I also thought we'd have more free time.
Yeah. You know who else thought we'd have more free time? Will.
Yeah. I think everyone thought, but you know what? We've always been run and gun. We have done 7 shows in a row before, so doing a bunch of 3 in a rows and 4 in a rows and a couple 5s, like it takes a lot of
We've had a few,
attention to get through that.
a few days off as well. We were able to hang out on the boat. You were able to hang out on your boat and have some fun. So
We make the
every now
most
and
out of
again,
our
we
days off.
definitely make the most out of it. But
Sure.
we are laser focused.
And I've seen you guys on like TikTok and all these social media, like hilarious little videos and like promo type things that you guys are putting out lately. Who comes up with the plan for all of those? Is it you guys
built-
making them?
You know what? We built a solid small team behind us.
Yeah.
We have yeah coach.
Because you better mention me. Aaron's like, you better mention
We have a
me.
couple people who are really just helping us organize all that, and one in particular, Aaron.
Big Aaron.
But
Big-
really,
big
all
head
the
Aaron.
courageous ideas come from us.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, he might shoot and edit a couple things now and again, but really, what is he doing?
all
No,
the good ideas come from
no,
this
we've
group.
got a great team, and we've just been having fun. We capture a little bit of everything. So we do enough dumb stuff
Listen,
during the day that
we don't take it too seriously. Like we had to have some TikTok people come and teach us how to TikTok. So we were like, what the heck is this thing?
It's hard. It's like way too complicated. I'm like, how are 12-year-old kids doing this?
We're also used to traditional mediums of, film and TV and long format. And, for one little 30-second scene, you might spend half a day shooting it. Where we then get to TikTokers, and we're talking about like coverage, and they don't know what we're talking about. We're talking about line of sight.
Yeah, we're
what
like, I need it to be dirty over the shoulder.
They have no
Like,
idea. They're just film it and we're done.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to
This is a
embody that.
house of doctors, learned doctors.
Yes.
We're trying to embody that and not be as precious about the content as well, because nobody cares. We're
Yeah.
just having to see more
And,
stuff.
and you know what? There is a world, I'm sure, where there is a serious side of Big Time Rush where we're like very serious and sexy. And I know that day will come, but we love comedy.
I'm always
And
serious
so,
sexy.
well, we're sexy when we're
Seriously
doing
sexy,
it.
sexy.
You know, comedy is still
Absolutely.
sexy, making
Damn
somebody
so.
laugh. But what I'm saying is that we really enjoy making each other laugh and making other people laugh. So our content usually is focused on being funny or something like that,
Or dead sexy.
or dead sexy at the same
Seriously
time. Funny and sexy equals sexy.
I guess we,
Yeah.
You. Yeah. Don't write any of that down.
See, but that's gonna make the quote.
No, it's not. What are
That's
you doing?
gonna
That's like I'll put it in this drawer. There's no drawer there. It was a fake drawer.
Oh,
Perfect place. to put it.
I bet you that'll be in the interview.
I hope it's
No,
not.
I hope
Hope
it's
we
not.
pray. What do you want? Tickets? Huh?
Delete.
Gotcha.
yeah, no, we'll edit it out. It's fine. Just
Where
put the
please
stuff
do
in
that.
there.
Yeah, you're
Make
gonna
me
be
sound really smart and such. No, I gotcha.
sexy quote.
You guys mentioned TV earlier. In the age of social media, would you guys ever go back to TV and do something like a project for that, or?
Well, we do individual projects still at this point. But collectively, we've had a few conversations. You know, there's nothing set in stone. Our focus is very much on this tour and our music release. But I think it's something that we're recently a little bit more open-minded to, and
You never
we're
know.
gonna see what we might come up with.
You never know.
Look, we are definitely like TV guys. We all grew up doing that, so I think that that's something that we really think about doing a lot. And also, it's got to be good. That's the main criteria. It's got to be good. So that's what we're focused on.
Tour's main focus, music is coming out, as you guys, get something together and you love it and you release it. But is there a solid plan for the future that you guys can share? Or is it just kind of,
I mean, we're just taking it day by day.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
we like our main thing, and James said it earlier, it's like fans first. Like we literally are like, what can we do for them? They're the reason why we get to do what we love. So we actually just launched a BTR app. It's super custom. It's just for our fans, and we're super excited because they're gonna get it. Like they literally get a direct, like it's into our phone. Like we can literally just go live from our phones, and all our fans will get like a specific notification that they can just talk to us and hang out with us. And yeah, I mean, we just want to give them the best experience they can for Big
We
Time
have
Rush.
that, but we know for a fact there's more music on the way, a lot more music, and then also a tour. So we have those, and that's what we're focused on right now.
I know you guys are, you're doing meet and greets every day with the fans. You're going out into the crowd. I'm sure you're meeting fans in public on the tour. What are some of your favorite interactions that you've had from, this tour so far with all the fans?
Well, there's a lot more Big Time Rush tattoos
Yeah,
than there
our
used
fan
to,
base
just
is a lot
because
older.
they've gotten older. So we like seeing those.
I
What
see
else?
those signs in the audience every night now, like, will you draw my next tattoo or draw my first
Yeah,
tattoo?
that's a lot of pressure, by the way.
I'm like, you don't want me to do this when I'm running through the audience, like no,
you don't
get
want
in the
that.
body
You
frame,
don't want that.
I want to sit down and do it right.
We also have a meet and greet little thing that we do that we've never done before, which is everybody from the meet and greet gets to come and hang with us on stage and see like 2 or 3 songs from side stage, and so that's been a really cool part for me.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know that the fans that I saw at these shows, they're younger, some of them are older. The fans have definitely aged with you guys. So I'm sure the experience is pretty unique at every show that you guys have. But
We all have aged really, really well.
Yeah,
Ridiculously well.
we're just so thankful to be doing this, and we feel very blessed, and we're
Yeah.
having a great time.
We love you,
Yeah.
fans.
And this truly is because of the fans, It's because of them that this was started up again, because of them we are able to financially do this again, and we're going to be thinking of them every step of the way because this is very much a fan-driven band.
While we plot and scheme on the side of what's going to happen.
gotcha. Always something new coming.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.